Welcome to another episode of Talking Nerdy in the Bedroom with
Corey
KJ
and Mike.
God, you sound like such a bitch.
I don't want to talk about the Marvels.
Oh, why not? I don't understand you guys hate. Do you guys not understand how
I don't
to
hate
have a
it.
good
I said
time?
it was watchable.
Yeah, but the movie's fun.
Movie was okay.
The movie was fun.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
By definition, it was a movie, yes, but it was also fun. Like, I don't understand. What didn't you think was fun about the movie?
From the beginning to the very end.
Because it was all women? Men power?
That was also bad. It was blatantly all women, too. Like, even the
What do you
fucking
mean
villain
blatantly?
Even the villain was a woman.
God forbid!
Okay.
Who cares if it's a man or a woman?
I know, but, like, if you just choose to make all the actors...
Well, look at all the other ones. It's all men.
Who?
Iron Man 1, all men.
Except for Pepper Potts.
So she's a side... There's Nick Fury. There's her dad.
Oh, the dad? I'm
just
like,
saying, there's a character in it.
My wife would beat me if I say anything wrong.
Yeah, everybody loves him. Everybody
Who?
loved the family.
Who?
The family of Kamala Khan.
Oh, I don't like the mom.
Exactly.
Everybody loved the entire family. All of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes that are positive talk about like thinking the family is hilarious.
Well, I think the brother's really funny, and the dad's not bad either. I don't think the mom.
So you don't.
Is very
So you
good.
like the two guys, and you don't like them.
I like Kamala fine.
As you should. She was probably the best actress in that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's just because everything felt authentic. Because she is a fangirl.
Yeah, I like Kamala.
Yeah.
I don't really like Brie Larson.
I thought she was way better in this than the first one.
I don't like the new Nick Fury, who just is like Samuel L. Jackson in every other movie. He used to be like a badass spy, and now he's just like a comedic.
When was he a badass spy in the MCU?
So
when he's first
Winter Soldier, when he's driving the car and getting chased, and like.
So he has one chase scene, and then he gets shot.
Anytime he's introduced in the beginning when he's building the Avengers Initiative, and he's just like a badass who comes out of the shadows.
So it's very similar to Boba Fett, where if you don't see him and he's a little bit mysterious, he's kind of cool, but then when we focus on him, he's terrible. Because I don't think any of us
they made him a punchline?
I think he was somewhat a punchline, but he's always been that quippy person. It's just
Samuel L. Jackson has. Nick Fury has.
No, Nick Fury. In the beginning, the first Iron Man.
Nick Fury was always a no-nonsense guy.
He was absolutely quippy with Iron Man. In Iron Man 2? At the after-credit scene or whatever it is?
He's morphed into just Samuel L. Jackson in any other movie.
I mean, they morphed the comic into Samuel L. Jackson, so why not?
Well, just for the badass, like Shaft Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't want you talking about Samuel L. Jackson.
Hitman's
Shaft.
bodyguard, Samuel L. Jackson.
But
Shaft.
It's also weird because if you just saw him in Secret Invasion, he's such a different character from that to Marvel's.
I think they were more similar, and I didn't like either one.
He's all a depressed little bitch in the Marvels, or not the Marvels. In
I didn't like
Secret Invasion.
I didn't like either version of him in those most recent.
I mean, this one felt to me more like all the other ones.
All right, well, I disagree.
I mean, it's just quippy, and he's barely in the movie too. Like it's mostly all the girls. Yep. Like you see him when he's on the ship talking to Kamala. You see him when he's back at the home. You see him when he's back on the ship. The villain was really bad.
Let's just skim over the fact that there was like a 15 to 20 minute singing montage.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I was gonna get there. That to me was the worst part of the movie, and more than the villain, because why couldn't it have been singing
Corey,
in
and Corey was also cringing, like physically cringing.
I said it too. I'm fine with that movie, all of it.
I wouldn't even have a problem if there was some logic behind it, like
a different language.
The elves singing. In Lord of the Rings, they sing to like communicate sometimes, but it's more about like that's how they like use magic by singing sometimes. Whatever, but. They're like, well, they won't understand you if you don't sing it. What do you mean?
Yeah,
it's the same words.
It is the same words.
Now, if you said they only understand like octaves,
tones and dialects,
I could understand that. But if you don't sing it, they don't know. Well, what if I sing off key? Are they not going to understand me?
Yeah, that was the worst part of
your
the
world is
movie.
stupid.
I didn't get it. I don't.
The planet
know why
was
they threw it in.
cool.
The planet was cool, very vibrant.
Yeah.
The
people
battle
are
scene,
dumb.
the battle scene during that on the planet was fine too.
How come he didn't sing to his troops to get them to attack? He just says attack, and they just know what he's doing.
I think it was more the hand motion.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was like, "Go get him."
I mean, he could speak fluent. He could speak both
bilingual.
language. He was bilingual
because he
That
could
was
sing
fucking
in
dumb.
regular.
I hated that part so much.
Dumb.
Like I'm glad we didn't focus too much on that. Like we were there for what 10 minutes, which is a lot better than where I thought we might be.
Cabbage.
I was hoping for better.
So this is a little off topic, but I just saw it today. Speaking of bilingual, did you see that one of the proposals for our job is that if you're bilingual, you get an extra $1 an hour?
But I don't think it has to do with if you're you would have to interact with those people of that nationality or that speak that
I don't know.
I don't think it's just like if you sat in a corner all day and talked to nobody. Oh, I suddenly speak French, so now I get an extra $1 an hour.
I gotta dust off my Spanish and say bilingual.
But anyway,
Yo quiero mula.
What did we? I mean, obviously we all hated that part. The part on the ocean was terrible, right?
Yes.
What did we think about the power switching?
Let's inconsistent.
I disagree with the inconsistency,
That's
but
okay.
I'd have to watch it again to go through it like shot by shot. But there is those scenes already online where people have broken down that it's when the powers happen at the exact same time as when they switch.
What do they mean by like powers though? Like
see, that's
Captain
the other thing.
Marvel
Corey brought
flies
it up.
for like
that's what I
5
said.
minutes,
Yes.
and that's no powers.
I don't think they're constituting that as a power.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Flying is definitely not a power.
I know.
Every human.
She flies by shooting energy out of her hands and feet to fly. It doesn't make any sense that that's not a power.
Only when she's using the punchy power.
Yeah.
That's kind of seems to be like when it's got to be like to a certain point of exertion of the power.
You got to be fisted. Only using the fisting is when they switch.
But so when you break that down, if you only go with when they're actively like using a certain amount of force or power, then they switch. I agree that like the flying thing made no fucking sense. Because if she's using her power, she should just immediately switch. So I didn't like that part, and they didn't explain it either, nor should they have had to explain it because they didn't know what's going on either. Like they touched the thing, some other things happened, and then all of a sudden this thing started to happen. So it's not like they then got put in a lab and somebody was, narrating over, explaining what's happening and giving us that dialogue. So I don't really mind them not explaining it. I do mind that it seemed to be inconsistent if we count the flying, which you kind of have to.
I also don't understand how, because they all have a light-based energy that are now interlinked, that doesn't make any sense.
So the
explain to me how Rambo would be connected to it at all.
Rambo was connected to it because of walking through the thing, which then turned her light power.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that is such a stretch. They're all connected because they have powers that use light.
So I can well, no. I don't think she's connected because of the power of the light.
That's what it says.
No, so she touched the vortex thing, whatever it's called, what's it called, where they go through to different...
The jump point?
Yeah, so she touched the jump point. The bangle itself is the thing that created all those jump points. So her and Kamala make complete sense to me that they're connected. It does not make sense about what's her face, Captain Marvel, because she didn't touch anything. She doesn't have a bangle.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch it to kind of like dive deeper into it to see. Like,
pretty sure they both touched things at the same time.
What did she touch?
I think she was at the other one.
Oh, was there two?
Yeah.
I forget. I know she was on a planet.
The planet that the people had done it, and it was up above her.
Oh, okay. So then there you go. The bangle is the thing that created all the jump points, and then both of them touched it.
Okay,
then,
so in that same theory,
yep.
Why doesn't the
other girl,
Cree lady, switch with any of them?
So she didn't have the didn't she not have the bangle at that point? Wearing
she had one.
And she was wearing it.
I don't know.
She wears it to create the jump points.
It probably didn't match her pants.
I'm just trying to think because I'm trying to remember when that first happened. There's not a specific timeline when she first finds the bangle in the very beginning of the movie compared to when those things open. I assume it's all after because she needs that bangle to open those things.
Right.
So, but yeah, I agree that she should have been somewhat
so
connected.
Weird. Like that, the switching thing is cinematically fine, but like physically.
I mean, the physics are out the window with anything Marvel related.
Okay,
usually.
but like, let's technically. I mean, not really. Like, I mean, I can understand like the physics of like Spider-Man, right? Like theoretically, some spider bites him and completely rewrites his genome and allows him to do all this shit. Okay?
I mean, it
rewrites his DNA, literally like shows it. Like,
I understand that. My
at a
point
molecular
is like,
level.
that's not gonna ever happen.
True.
But, okay.
You don't know that.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't know the entire history.
I don't understand
of life
why it would only
forward.
work with like them and not the villain.
I agree. The villain should have worked with. They should have all been switching.
Right.
To be fair, they've been researching animals to splice genes for years.
Like splicing genes is different than something biting you and then it rewriting your whole code.
Well, right, but the bite is transferring, and Lamar Jackson's hurt. Is splicing the gene.
It
just
could
through
be
the bite.
a spider that it contains a virus, and the virus unzips and rezips your DNA, like RNA.
Sure.
I mean, it. I guess theoretically, sure.
See,
but
physics. It could happen. I don't understand how that they all linked because they're.
So again, I'd have to go back to it because I thought, and I could be wrong. So
it isn't says in the movie.
They
it's
both
like
touched it, and she did something with her thing at that moment, right?
Well, she just had it on.
I thought something happened with it, but again, I'd have to go back and watch. We only watched.
But
it
like
once.
Rambo's like, because I have this theory. It's because we all have light-based powers. That's what she says.
She does say it.
That's just a theory. That doesn't mean anything.
Like, you don't say that out loud in the movie and don't expect the people watching the movie to be like, yeah, that's got to be the thing.
Sure.
Like you could have been like, oh, we were all touching jump points and you're linked to this bangle. Like if you're going to try to throw out a theory that should put people on.
When she said that, she didn't know about the bangle opening up the portals. I don't think. I think that was after when Captain Marvel talked about the bangle opening the portals. But I think she was saying from her perspective, like, we all have light powers, so we're interconnected that way. Then it was the bangle thing.
That's so stupid.
So if the villain transferred too, would you be more fine with it?
Sure.
It would be more consistent?
Yeah.
Okay. And I would agree with that. I think, I want to say something happened where all three of them did something at the same time, and obviously the villain didn't, and that's what connected them. But again, that's, to me, a bit of lazy writing.
The whole movie was lazy writing.
See, I disagree. It was
the
still a
best
fun
part
movie.
of the movie was the last 10 minutes.
What was the last 10 minutes?
When they went to the X-Men dimension.
Oh, that was less than 10 minutes, but okay. That's what I thought you were talking about.
The credits, the end that I knew the movie was over, and then...
I disagree. What part of it wasn't fun and just stupid entertainment like other movies?
It's just stupid entertainment, though. That's not what I expect out of a Marvel movie.
Yeah, I said it was watchable and okay, but if you're asking me if it was a good movie, no.
I didn't say good. I said fun, like a
I said it was
movie.
watchable.
Not fun.
I see. I wouldn't say it's not fun. I will say I would have been fine not going to the theater to see it.
And another thing
I understand, but I'm just saying there's certain time like
Goose
Eternals. I could have watched that.
Goose was great.
Goose lays 400 eggs, and nobody fucking knows where these things are coming from.
Yeah,
all over the place. Oh, they're just popping up everywhere.
He's a Heidi cat.
I don't know. That was just weird.
The only reason they did that was so they
thing.
found a way to get those people off the ship.
Yeah,
that was it. It was lazy writing.
We have enough fucking escape pods.
No, they didn't.
No, KJ, they're writing the story. They can do what they want.
But they wanted to include Goose more.
Well, that's fine. But you said the only reason was because they needed a way to get people off.
Right.
No,
I meant at that time.
That doesn't make any sense
situation.
either. Like, they have this fucking starship, the space station in space, and they didn't learn from 1914 Titanic.
No,
they didn't have enough.
But they did have enough.
They had
it's
enough.
just that some of them got cut off because of an explosion or something like that.
So you didn't have enough.
So they did, but then something happened.
And then they
so
lost
then
access to them.
Need extra.
They do need extra. So, yes. What did you? I guess. What did you think about Rambo's character? Did you like it? Did you not care about it? What did you? That's a different movie.
I know, but how funny would it have been if it's just alone?
Oh, this is my dad, Rambo.
She goes to a multiverse and wakes up, and he's just over there. Hey, who are you? I'm Rambo.
You're gonna be invisible again, or what?
I'm out for blood.
They drew first
Hey, you
blood.
boo-boo. It's slowly becoming fucking Yogi Bear.
Yogi Rambo.
What? I guess. What did you think of her performance and then her powers? Did you like her powers? Did you not like her powers?
She just became like see-through and phases through stuff.
She can phase through stuff. She can.
We don't even know what her
fly.
name is yet. They didn't name her.
No, they didn't. Well, they came up with like 1,000 different names, but none of them were.
What
good.
is she supposed? Like, what character is she supposed to be?
That is a good question.
Starlight.
I don't know. That's
not her
right.
mom. Her mom has the same like starlight universe.
Definitely not light bright. Monica Rambeau.
Ghost 2.0.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be Ghost 2.0.
Overthrown.
So it's a daughter, blah blah blah. She grows up to become in the blip, blah blah blah. I don't know if she's. I know she's in the
Professor Marvel.
See also Monica Rambeau.
Dr. Marvel.
Photon. She is Photon.
What's her mom?
I don't
in
know.
the good universe.
In the good universe?
We got fucking
the X-Men.
Yeah, but we don't know what she is. They didn't announce what she is. She could. A lot of people thought she was Storm just because she was black.
No,
I agree.
I think she's
not
Miss Marvel.
She could be Miss Marvel.
Well, I think that the implication I got from that movie was that she got the powers instead of Brie Larson.
Well, that
and that's why that's why her daughter was never born.
That's from Multiverse of Madness. We see her.
Sure, but I'm saying in that movie you see her in a suit, and
they don't announce what she is.
But she never had her daughter, which my assumption was because she got the power.
How do we know she never had a daughter?
Because Brie Larson even said earlier in that movie that it should have been your mom who got it.
That's true.
Which I don't remember the original Miss Marvel movie. Like, was she supposed to fly the plane? Or I don't remember why.
She was.
So.
Yeah. But anyway, so she said that, and then we're in another universe, and lo and behold, her mom's got the power.
It could be.
I got the power.
Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel?
Captain.
You said Miss Marvel.
He might have. But yeah, he meant Captain Marvel, same. Except different. All right, so we're all on the same page that we hated the villain, right? Just very generic.
Movie.
Was overrated. No. You didn't hate the movie. You just said that. You can't now say
watchable.
You hated it.
I hated that we went and saw it in theaters.
God, I just hate that you exist.
Fantastic Beasts was watchable.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was watchable.
Did you watch it?
I fucking hated every second of it.
I mean,
was it watchable, though?
No.
Did you leave the theater?
I should have.
Well, you didn't, so it was watchable.
No, it wasn't. It was fucking torture is what it was.
By definition, it was watchable because you watched it.
You watched it. It's watchable.
It was torture.
Yeah.
So what did we think? So we hated the villain, right? Like everybody, we're in the same agreement that we hated the villain.
She was fine.
She sucked.
You just said at the beginning of the podcast you hated the villain.
She is. It was a no-name insert random villain here.
Okay. What did you think about her?
Acting was fine, I guess.
I
don't know if I loved
her
acting. The weird tooth thing, and like she had like a fake gap.
I don't think that's fake.
It's a gem.
I thought it was like a gold.
Yeah, it's like a gold gem in between her teeth.
I think she has a whatchamacallit there. She's on Misfits, the TV show I had you guys watch last year. She's on one of the episodes of Misfits, and I'm pretty sure she has a gap in her teeth.
I don't think so.
I am.
It's just like a brace, like a instead of having
like
it on
a
her
cap.
tooth. Yeah.
I don't know. But what do we think about her plan to open up all these other...
Seems stupid.
To bring back her world?
Yeah, seemed dumb.
What else would you suggest she do?
Well, her big problem was that Miss Marvel fucked up her planet, and then her solution was to fuck up all these other planets that Miss Marvel even just visited.
Well, I mean, one of them she got married in.
Sure. But so that's okay to kill all the innocent people.
No, I didn't say that. I was asking.
How did she know about all that stuff, too? Does she, just follow her around?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, she stalks
Instagram.
her.
Yeah.
This is where I got married. I'm going after you.
I even get an invite?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is it? We are so wedding crashing.
Yeah, her logic made no sense to me.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was very fleshed out. It wasn't...
Don't we see Hala in another
that's the second time one of you said fleshed out. It's flushed out, right?
No, it's fleshed out.
Fleshed?
Fleshed.
Yeah. Like if you have skin and bones and you're fleshing it out, you're finishing it off.
Yeah.
Like if a story is skin and
flushed.
bones, is not much.
The flush is flushing away, going away.
Flushed out is like goodbye.
Flushed out all the doubts.
No,
that
it's
were
fleshed.
left.
It's fleshed.
Is it really fleshed?
Yeah.
I don't use that expression ever, but
Well, you should flesh out your vocabulary.
well, earlier when you said it, it sounded like you said flush and flesh together, and I was like, I don't know which
I
you said.
probably did. I
and then you just said flesh, and I was like, now I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, it's just an idiom. All right, so villain-wise, could have been better. We all agree.
You're an idiot.
You did see Hala in the first Captain Marvel movie.
Is it dying at that point?
No, at that point everything's fine. It's when she goes back and destroys the Supreme Being, which is just like a machine.
The AI.
Yeah. So she destroys that, and that has cataclysmic repercussions for
How does that
whole...
kill the star?
So when they do that, a thing goes up in the atmosphere and I think stops it. I don't know. They don't really explain it. They just show that it happens. And then it caused, with the sun to go and then the air to go, there was no water, so they had the drought. So it's one of those things where the superhero does something good.
Put all your faith in the government.
What does the government have to do with anything?
This
was Miss Marvel.
Yeah, it's the government. You got rid of the government, and nobody could fend for themselves.
So then, why wouldn't you trust the government? Clearly, they need the government,
right? But they fucked up. They put all their faith in it, and then when it's gone, they
fucked up, and then they found out.
I think it's why you don't trust AI.
That's also
fair.
True.
That's fair.
Elon.
So what do we see for these three characters? Do you think they'll? I highly doubt we get the Marvels 2, but obviously they're still going to be involved.
Why?
In
it was so good.
I mean, I had no problem with it. It just isn't going to make a lot of money. Part of the reason it's not going to make a lot of money is this was also during the writer's strike and during the actor's strike, so there was like no promotion for this movie.
They're pulling on those coattails hard. Oh, this movie didn't do so well because we couldn't market for it.
I mean, they couldn't. It still wasn't going to do great anyway, but it would have done better than what it did.
What was Eternal's excuse?
It was a bad movie.
And they're making a second one, I hear?
Not that I've seen.
Oh.
But they're supposed to be involved in some of the other stuff in the future.
I hope Black Knight comes back.
I liked Eternals more.
Than than the Marvels?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I wanted to. Eternals was just bad. Did you just shake your head? You're a lying piece of shit, because if you ranked... What would you rank the Marvels at?
I want to.
You said a 6. You ranked Eternals at a 4 or less.
The Eternals is a fine story.
You know what? I judged Eternals after a pretty good MCU run, and then it's just been shit since.
Not
Absolutely.
Since. We got Guardians 3.
That was it.
We got Spider-Man No Way Home.
I loved that. Was a good movie.
Fuck you.
At the same time, overhyped.
Oh, fuck you.
There's some really stupid shit that they forced in for fanfare, and it drives me nuts.
It's so fucking good. You only didn't like the one thing, the one pointing.
Oh, there was more than one thing.
Anyway.
They're waiting to have this huge fight, and they're just like, so do your webs come out? Dude,
what do you think they would do if they're sitting there waiting for a fight? Just sit there and twiddle their thumbs?
I would like to think they'd be patrolling so nobody would sneak up on them instead
they're
of just sitting there going,
fucking scaffolding.
Campfire story time.
I thought they were in a lab. I think
The point thing was in the lab.
The point thing's in the lab, and then they have a conversation when they're on top of the
Statue of Liberty or whatever, waiting for the.
I thought that was in the lab because he's refilling his web shooter things. He has to make.
They have the conversation about the web in the lab, and then they bring it up again.
Yeah, they bring it up again.
Just be like, hey, I don't want to be weird about this, but did you really do this? And yada yada. Yeah. So that's all there. Although that's a great scene. Them all together is so fucking amazing. It's just
forced into a nonsensical part of the movie.
Well, think about, which again is still one of my favorite episodes.
We're about to be attacked by a lot of people.
Of the show.
Let's have a conversation.
Think of The Long Night from Game of Thrones Season 8, which is probably the best episode of that season.
Yeah, but they have guards patrolling. They're not just not paying attention.
They're the main people. Maybe they should be fucking patrolling.
Yeah. They're the lords.
Also, the Statue of Liberty's out on the fucking whatever. You're going to see people coming.
Staten Island?
That's it.
No.
Liberty Island?
Liberty Island.
Yeah, that's actually it.
Staten Island's,
the long
Forget about it!
All right, so...
It's actually Ellis Island.
Is it Ellis?
Yeah.
Liberty Island?
Liberty Island's Ellis Island.
Yeah.
They're just the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So... You guys wouldn't want to see these people together again? Like, you wouldn't care, or...
I'd love to watch Spider-Man, yeah.
No, you assholes. Talking about the Marvels.
No, I don't care.
Absolutely not.
I hope they all die except Kamala.
So let's talk about that.
And Nick Fury.
I loved Kamala's...
Bring back Hasselhoff!
I loved Kamala's performance. I loved it in Miss Marvel, even though that show had some flaws. I loved it in this, and I think it's because she never acted before, and everything just comes off extremely genuine. She is literally a fangirl for Marvel in general and Miss Marvel.
I have a teenage daughter at home, and I fucking deal with that same, oh my god,
so it felt authentic?
It's authentically annoying as fuck.
I hope her mom goes Uncle Ben on us, though.
And why?
Because she's
so sexist.
It's not sexist to think she's not good.
I like the dad. I like the brother. I like all these men.
I said the dad was okay. The brother is pretty funny.
I like the men.
You need to come home
all
right
these
away.
women need to die.
I like plenty of women characters. I like Kamala. I don't like the mom. Her acting is weird. It's off-putting.
You need to come home right away. You are not going to fight this battle. You need to be home right now.
I mean, that's what all the...
That doesn't bother me. It's literally her style of like... She's
an Indian Karen.
I don't know. It's weird.
She is an Indian Karen. That's how most Indian moms are, according to that culture.
Stereotypical.
According to this culture.
Shit.
I'm just telling you what a lot of people have said. Like, that's just like my mom. That's just like 7-Eleven.
Jesus. Well, this was a fun podcast.
I'm gonna say all the brothers do something else, you know.
So what did you guys like or hate Miss Marvel more in this one compared to Miss Marvel and Endgame?
I just don't like her anyway.
But you don't like Brie Larson.
She was fine in Endgame.
Was she? I thought she was way, I figured you'd have an issue with how OP she was in Endgame.
Well, no, she's supposed to be OP. That's why I don't like this one where she's not OP. She got her butt kicked by somebody with a hammer.
Well, it's because every time she touched the bangle, it gave...
Well, here's an idea. Don't touch the bangle.
Well, it wasn't only just the bangle. It was anytime she used her power and the bangle was put in front to block it, it was basically energizing the villain.
Okay.
I also don't understand
literally had the gauntlet on and tried to headbutt her, and she didn't move. And he beat the shit out of the Hulk.
Yeah?
She should have tore that bitch in half.
I don't disagree with that. It does seem like she was powered down a bit, but I think the explanation behind it is supposed to be that the bangle was giving this other one more power. Giving the villain more power.
That didn't make any sense to me.
Okay, if
why
that's
does the
case,
bangle make the other one so crazy strong and it makes Kamala have powers of making some light stuff?
That's what I'm saying.
So, no, it wasn't Wait, what? No. So the bangle on the other girl didn't make her that strong. It's when she absorbed the power of Miss Marvel or of
well, then
Rambeau.
Why before she absorbed it could she not have beaten her ass?
There's nothing saying that she couldn't.
It didn't seem like she did.
I didn't say that she did, but she also might be pulling like a Spider-Man where you have to pull your punches so you don't murder somebody, and then you end up getting this person that gets more powerful
That
and more
makes
powerful
sense.
and more
This
powerful.
person's about to murder a planet. Well, I can't do anything against you, so I guess I'll just give you my power and make things worse.
I think it's more I'm trying to use my power to...
Never mind. Best hero ever.
I'm trying to use my power to incapacitate you. Oh, now you're absorbing my power and you're so much more powerful now.
If this movie had one theme, it was inconsistencies. Whether it's her power level from past experiences to this, or the way their switching worked, or the friggin' logic behind the villain. It's just inconsistent.
I mean, I feel like the logic behind the villain is consistent. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's inconsistent with goodness.
What? And I still have some of the best scenes of this movie was with the switching. The initial switching when they're having that battle between the house, the planet, and inside the little spaceship thing. Like, that part was amazing fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Because that was before I realized how wrong it was.
Another thing. So, the leader of the Skrull in this movie is like a planetary leader, right? He's leading that whole faction of Skrull.
Yeah, so that's their what's it called? Their refugee camp planet.
Yeah.
And he's leading them. Yes.
And then they go to New Asgard, right?
Yes.
On Earth.
Yes.
But we don't see them in. Like, he's not a contender to be a leader of the Skrull during Secret Wars?
We don't know exactly when this takes place. It seems like it takes place after that.
It's going to be way before. Because he comes down from his space station.
And then he goes back. He goes back at the end of Secret Invasion.
Okay, so why would they have... If they knew that the Skrull are planning an attack, and that the people are planning attack back on the Skrull, why would they say that New Asgard is a good place for them to go?
Because New Asgard is obviously has tons of Asgardians who will save them, and it's supposed to be a new haven.
Who gives Norway away?
They gave Norway away during the blip, so I'm wondering that when it came back,
like,
and
you know,
the
just
blip
be like,
came back.
All right, Asgard. I know you have like all these refugees. You could just have Norway. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, who gives a land to a bunch of refugees from like a great battle, and then expects shit not to go wrong?
Are you done?
It's political.
But yeah, so I mean, they gave that to them during the blip, so there was probably a lot less people there.
I don't know.
Although
I don't love the fact that they're like, oh, you know what? Midgard is now New Asgard. That's stupid. They had a whole realm, and they're gonna stick them all in Sweden.
I mean, did they have a whole realm?
Asgard is an entire realm.
I know, but
it's the upper...
Asgard is a people, not a place.
Yeah, that's right.
I hate you.
And Asgard got destroyed. Like, that whole place where everybody was got destroyed by the...
Technically, we don't know what happened.
It shows us.
It shows him destroying it, but Hela goes to fight him. We don't know if she ends up winning.
Pretty sure the implication is he kills her.
The implication.
And she gets powerful by Asgard, so as Asgard's dying, she gets less powerful.
Yeah, maybe. We'll never know.
But anyway, so Asgard's gone, New Asgard, so they're down there, so that'll probably be in
They couldn't go anywhere else? They couldn't have like a planet?
That's what all Captain Marvel was looking for, was them to have their own planet, and then they eventually found one, which wasn't really their planet, but they were using it like as a refugee place. They talk about that
for
in
the
Secret...
Asgardians?
No, not for the Asgardians. They
decided to go to Earth?
No, not for the Asgardians, for the Skrull.
Like, there's a billion planets, and they're like, you know what? We're just going to be refugees in this tiny little country, maybe.
Yeah, it seems that way. Sometimes it's what you do, I guess. So, do we care about... Like, you have to imagine that they're going to be involved in either Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars or both.
I hope not.
did you not like her with other characters? Like I can understand you not liking her by herself.
I don't care about any of the characters.
Like in the MCU at all?
No.
You don't care about the MCU?
I do, just none of those characters.
Those 3 characters?
Yeah.
Okay. I care about Kamala. Like, I just think she's a fun character. I want to care about Rambeau, but I don't. Like,
I don't know.
I wanted to care more about the character.
Teenage superheroes is just not my thing.
And then Captain Marvel, her first movie was not a great movie.
Okay.
And then I hated it's going to sound misogynistic, but the whole woman scene in Endgame was just forced for no reason.
Oh, you mean like this movie?
KJ.
No, this movie, I didn't feel forced at all.
You don't think so?
No. They just had 3 characters that have similar powers, so they came together.
Sexist asshole over here.
Every character.
Yeah.
It's forced.
But then you go through all these other fucking movies, and it's all guys. Is that not forced? Or is that just okay because you're a guy?
Yeah, it's okay because I'm a guy.
Well, no, again, I think my thing is not that they necessarily force it. If they want to do that, make it make sense, because 2 seconds before, those people are nowhere near each other.
Oh, in Endgame, I agree.
Yeah,
That's why I hated it. But I have no issue.
They want to have an
I have no
all-woman.
issue with these 3 coming together because technically they're on completely different sides of the world or universe, and then because of the switching.
Also, the Avengers one, when they do that, isn't Black Widow there?
No, she's dead.
No. In the first Avengers, when they have the scene where it's
with all Avengers, you mean?
Yeah, where they wanted to have that scene.
Yeah.
They have Black Widow. And I'm saying, like, why does it have to be only women? Why couldn't it be a mix of them?
I agree. I think their thing is there's a lot of...
They should have had all of them go at once. Or
they kind of did at the very beginning when they're all coming out of the portals, and then they start attacking. It's literally every single Avenger and helper.
Yeah, that was cool, because it made sense.
I agree. And yeah, I just also didn't like, we've talked about it before, what was it, Miss Marvel, who literally was like wrecking ships and then comes down and she's like, I need the help of all these, of fucking the Wasp.
What is the South Park? Put a woman in it, make her gay.
Oh, the Pandaverse.
Yeah, Pandaverse. Yeah.
Did you watch that yet?
No.
It's on Paramount, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking
Cartman's
funny.
Kathleen Kennedy.
So yeah, I think they'll come back in some fashion. I wouldn't mind seeing Kamala again. Captain Marvel is kind of like meh, and Maria Rambeau I want to like, and I just don't. All right, so any other thing for the movie you want to talk about? And I shouldn't even be asking this question because you're both going to fucking say no.
Nope.
You fucking dick. Mike, anything
Why'd
about the movie you want to
then?
talk about?
Not at all.
All right, so how about we talk about the after credit scene then?
No,
That's still part of the
final
movie.
thoughts.
Best part of the movie.
So what did we think about seeing Kelsey Grammer as Beast?
Perfect.
Was it?
He was a good beast in the first one.
I know, but I didn't like the CGI.
Well, my problem with
So he was like de-aged and CGI at the same time, which was fine. I mean, you kind of had to expect that. He's old as shit.
I know,
now.
but I'd rather give me an old fucking version of Beast that's on his way out or something.
my problem with him in the originals was that the most you see him is in Last Stand, and that movie was garbage.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
like,
in this, he's just, he looks super young, and it's more CGI than the practical effects. And I felt like the practical effect looked better.
I don't know if you're going to know this off the top of your head, but who was the voice actor for the original Beast in like the 1995 one?
oh,
Because that was like,
Are you
that's
talking
like
about the
best
TV
Beast.
show? Like
Yeah.
the
Douglas
cartoon?
Fern.
Is it?
Did you just, there's no fucking way.
That's what I said. I don't know if
kidding.
you know this.
I figured I'd say something specific.
Dude, there was no way. I was like, there's no way he just pulled that out of his
Hank
ass.
McCoy, X-Men, 1995.
I don't even know if they voice cast. Who are we talking about again? Beast?
Yeah, it's Hank McCoy.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
That's Beast.
No. Oh, George Buzza.
Oh,
Like, he's
the Buzzman.
He's probably like the best one so far.
Well, for the voice, sure,
Yeah.
but obviously we don't know how
You know
he
who
does
I
with
like
acting.
as a voice actor? The guy who does the president in Rick and Morty. I think his name's Keith. No, David. Keith David.
Yeah.
Is it Keith David?
That doesn't sound right, but yes, it's exactly who it is.
I almost said Keith Richardson. I was like, I don't think it's him.
Yeah, definitely not that. But okay, so
Keith David,
we saw this other universe or other timeline with Beast, obviously with the X-Men. We don't know
it's
what
original X-Men too, not like the X-Men.
We don't know if it's X-Men Fox.
Well, I was just confused because there's only one timeline, so I don't.
No, there's not, because Loki made there be more.
That's a callback to. Wait, no, that's a future.
That's a future.
It's a next episode.
It's a premonition.
Yeah, it's premonition to next episode when KJ's wrong.
So, what were we saying? Oh yeah. So, which X-Men is it? Is it a new version of X-Men we haven't seen? Is it the it's Fox version of X-Men?
It's Patrick Stewart X-Men. Patrick Stewart as...
But that's Fox, but
yeah,
just because he's going to play that character again, although...
Well, you also see the door to Cerebro.
Yeah, well, you see the door with the X, yeah.
But it's not the same one as it is...
Correct.
It's
a little bit different, yeah.
Right. But it's the same door as, like, the original Fox...
But, so we saw Xavier in Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
Is that the universe we're in? Are we in that one?
That's
because he's dead in this one.
Well, he's not from that universe.
Who's not?
Well, let me put it this way: the Illuminati does not necessarily imply that all of the people on the Illuminati are from the same universe.
Don't they specifically say that because they
no?
If there were going to be other ones on there, it would cause the
because Doctor Strange broke their. Like he already did that for the Illuminati. He already broke the multiverse, and that's why they had to kill him, and they made a statue of him.
Well, I know they killed him because he was going to probably keep doing that.
Well, he smashed universes together,
right?
And they stopped him. So they're all
you're
from
thinking
different.
That one right there, it's all different universes that came together.
It definitely is, yeah.
Okay. Well, how do we say definitely?
Because it says it in the fucking movie.
Welcome to our world when you say stuff.
Yeah, but I'm right.
Any timeline?
Yeah, it's definitely any timeline.
Got him.
KJ was speechless because he just realized he was wrong.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, they come together from like
for that touchdown.
They come together from like different timelines to stop him.
I'm gonna rewatch that because I don't remember them saying that. I know they said that the universes came together, but I don't remember them specifically saying that.
You said I remember them having the universes coming together, but I don't remember them having the universes coming together.
No. I remember them saying that universes came together and that's what they had to stop, but not that it was that they were all from different universes to stop him. Like, I don't remember that part at all. But I could be wrong, but it's just me not remembering. So I'll watch it again, because the second watch of Multiverse of Madness was better than the first, because I didn't go in there with all those expectations that I had initially, because I thought we were going to get so many like cameos and things like that. So watching it a third time, I'll see how it is. But anyway, so you're thinking it's that universe that we're seeing at the end?
Yeah, Earth 838.
That's what you think we're seeing at the end there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think you are right this time. I think Earth 838 is the only universe at that time.
Yep.
Because Stephen Strange of Earth 838 founded the Illuminati to protect their universe. It specifically says their universe from high-level threats such as powerful beings, including universe incursions.
Yes.
The group initially consisted of Xavier, Peggy Carter,
Maria Rambeau,
Blackagar Boltagon.
That's the guy that has the mouth.
It's Black Bolt. Yeah.
Blackagar Boltagon.
That's his name.
Ugh. Maria Rambeau.
Yep.
Blackagar.
So, what do you think, Corey? Do you think that's the universe we're seeing?
Yep.
Are you just saying yep because you don't want to talk?
More because I didn't hear what you said.
Do you think the universe that we're seeing at the end of the Marvels with Beast is the universe from Multiverse of Madness with Xavier?
No.
You think it's a different one completely?
I think it's the one from the Fox X-Men.
You think, okay. Yeah, I'm wondering how they're supposed to do that. How they're supposed to bleed that all together and make it make sense.
They just did.
They didn't.
She's gonna find a way back, and then some reason
Bring them all with them.
It'll merge the universes. Some stupid reason.
Well, we obviously saw in Multiverse of Madness.
Maybe the Bengals will like be in 2 spots, and then
Yeah, but now not Miss Marvel. Yeah, Miss Marvel has both Bengals now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Although that technically means she can just open it now, right? She can just open it whenever she wants.
I don't know.
Okay.
She doesn't have the power.
Again, the inconsistencies.
Dude, so real quick before we end this, what did you guys think about the villain having that axe or whatever the hammer? Which was very similar to, was it Ronin?
It is Ronin's.
Is it that exact one?
Yeah.
Okay, because it looked incredibly small.
That doesn't make sense.
And
Ronin's
I thought it blew up.
That's the weapon of the supreme person of
it's
the
the same kind of weapon, yeah, but it's not the exact same one that he held because that one
it's
got
bestowed
destroyed.
with the power of the Power Stone. That's why it glows purple.
Well, no, because the Power Stone's not in it.
Yeah, the Power Stone's gone.
The Tesseract isn't in Captain Marvel, but she still has all the powers.
What?
That's fair. That's fair. When she shoots the thing, she gets the powers from the Tesseract.
You can bestow powers upon things using the stones.
They're using the Tesseract or whatever to create the power for the ship because that's
when it explodes. She absorbs the powers of the Tesseract.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I'm saying the hammer. So you're saying the Power Stone was imbued in that hammer as well.
The hammer is a celestial hammer. The celestial puts the power of the Power Stone into that same hammer.
Sure.
And then Ronin does it again.
But the hammer Ronin had was destroyed.
No.
Yes.
It shows it destroyed in Guardians 1.
It's shattered.
Yeah. That's why I was asking the question. Like, are there a ton of those
I'm assuming
hammers?
it's the same one because you can see it glowing purple.
Again, I would assume the same thing, except you see it get blown up in the first Guardians.
Yeah.
Which is why I was asking.
Inconsistencies.
Yeah, fair. I didn't look that up to see about that. I literally just thought about that right this second, so I was wondering if you guys noticed it at all. But all right. So, Corey, we're rating the Marvels.
6.
That is about what you gave it when we saw it.
I think I gave it a 5.5. So
I think you gave it a 6.5?
No,
I gave it a 6. You said 5.5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, I remember what you gave it at the movies.
Actually, wait.
Have you changed,
I just remembered the singing scene.
No, that's exactly
5.5.
what you have. So we talked about this a bit earlier, or during the, I guess, after the movie, I should say. You guys have a different version of how you rank things. Like, Corey considers a 5 a watchable movie. Anything below a 5 isn't a watchable movie, right?
Anything below 5, I don't want to watch.
Anything below a 0 is unwatchable.
I don't think there are things below a 0.
Right. So they're unwatchable.
What? Okay. I don't know.
If it's rated a 1, then theoretically you've watched it to rate it a 1, therefore it's watchable.
No, I disagree. There are movies that I've started to watch and were so bad I couldn't get through, and I rate them 2s and 1s.
What, you just rated a 0.
Sharknado,
if you haven't watched the whole thing, you can't fairly judge anything.
That's not true.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
You can't. If you haven't seen the whole thing, what if the ending is really good?
First off, I can judge anything I want.
You're right.
It's like having a conversation with me. But think of Joker.
Have you read Dear God, It's Me, Margaret?
No, but I don't think he's judged.
Are you going to get... Are you judging it?
I don't think
if I haven't seen it.
Well, you haven't read it. Yeah. So...
But he's
so
not
you're saying
it.
It's equally possible you'll like it and hate it.
Yeah, it's Schrodinger's book. It's both watchable and unwatchable until I watch it.
Have you read the Bible, KJ?
I have.
Pose that one to KJ.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Not all of it, but yeah.
Well, then you have. You can't rate it.
I rate that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking sci-fi.
You both love and hate God at the same time,
no,
KJ.
I nothing God.
That's
it
true.
Doesn't exist.
It's not hate. It's just you're gonna burn and damage.
Right.
Oh, that's not funny.
See, that's the thing about it though. Like, if worst case scenario, if I'm wrong, nothing happens. Worst
That
case
is such a
scenario,
weird
if
way
you're
to
wrong,
live.
you're fucked.
That's such a weird way to live.
It's a safe way to
No,
live.
it's not. It's
hedging
like,
your bets.
it could happen. Maybe. No, it's just it's so weird. It's so weird. I believe in
repent for your
fact.
sins.
I believe in fact. Dude, if you believe in sins, you're going to hell. I'm
You
going to
believe
hell.
in
He's
facts.
going to hell.
Tell me,
because you can ask for
factually,
forgiveness.
how
Prove it. Can you prove it? Okay.
prove
I
how
don't have to.
quantum theory works.
I mean, there are people that can.
They can't.
They
That's
can.
the best part about physicians. They can't.
Physicians?
Yeah, physics, physicians,
Physicists.
physicists.
Physician's a doctor.
Dude, I went to my physician. He didn't know shit about quantum theory. What the fuck is with this?
Physicists don't know how quantum theory works. That's why it's a fucking theory.
Well, yeah, they have theory. Well, they
To be
understand.
fair, a lot of things are theories.
Okay,
Theory
until
of-
they're proven correct. That we just made a god particle.
Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
That's a theory.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't believe in it.
You lying piece of shit.
Well, to be fair,
We are getting so off track.
to Mike's point, have you actually reviewed any of the stuff for evolution or anything?
No,
other
I
than
believe
just
the
reading in a
smart
book
people.
that it's like fact. I haven't looked at fossil records. I don't know. It's as equally likely that evolution is fake
No, it's not.
that any other theory is fake.
When you have like nearly every scientist that's been alive that confirms that something is real.
I'm saying, but you're just
There's also a
trusting
lot of
what people
scientists
tell
that-
you.
I don't
think-
know things about my body, and I go to a doctor who tells me. Am I not supposed to believe
We
them?
could- we-
Am I supposed to get on WebMD and be like, "Hey, these are my symptoms"?
Probably should these days.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, you don't want to be a hypochondriac, but at the same
That's
time-
all you are.
I'm not a hypochondriac.
The fuck you are.
I just get sick a lot. There's a
Ugh.
difference. What do you mean I'm a hypochondriac?
You absolutely are. You
What-
just always fear you're sick. You always think you're sick.
I am sick half the time. I
Sick
have a
in the
bad
mind,
immune
maybe.
system. I can't help it. But
Anyway.
it's not like I come up to you like, I think I have freaking
AIDS.
AIDS.
That's not a thing. We know. All right. Yeah. So anyway, next week.
I don't think it's the Asians
We're
that
ta-
carry the AIDS anymore.
I mean, I think it's anybody that can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's specific people.
No, there's not. All right. So we're gonna wrap up the podcast there. Next week will be about Loki season 2, which we already
I want to hear
recorded.
more about what Mike was saying.
And then, yeah, the week after will be Always Sunny, which is a special episode from Nick and I that I recorded forever ago because I will not be here. And then we'll resume sometime in December. Although I have no idea what we're going to talk about because that's
I don't know,
too
but
many
we're going to
weeks away.
start it by saying, hey, we're finally back. KJ finally showed up.
That's fair. Maybe if you actually show up to one of these goddamn things.
Yeah,
He's not here.
Yeah, I mean, he's not here spiritually.
He's photon.
I'm not.
It's because you guys are watching football.
Damn straight.
All right.